This segment of In the Field Radio is brought to you by Tattoo Shop Radio, Culture Shock, Wapter Music FM, powered by Zeno.fm, with additional monitoring through online radio box. All right, welcome back to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie. I'm here. We have Miss Amber Smoke in the building. Thank you so much for taking the time out. So for those that don't know, who is Amber Smoke?
I am a singer, rapper, dancer, writer. I'm a creative. So I'm an artist, a music artist out of Houston, Texas. I now live in LA. And making moves.
So I read your bio, and your whole bio just screams like self-made girl power, like super inspirational.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you said that, because on my own, and I do have a team for so long. I edit my own videos. I built my own website, the tutorials, the outfits. I shoot myself with video and pictures and write my own music. So it's amazing that you said that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, our show, one of our things is we aim to educate and we aim to uplift women. So as I was reading your bio, I thought, wow, this is such a perfect fit for us because you embody all of that. So how did you get into making music?
Oh my God. So, when I was 8 years old, I wrote my first song. It was rapping and singing, and I put a little choreo to it, and I performed it for my family in Houston. And ever since then, I just knew that I wanted to be a music artist. And I just kept going from there, different competitions, meeting people, get into the studio, and one thing led to another, and then it just kind of kept flourishing from there. Even though I've had my peaks and my valleys, it kept flourishing from there.
And what was it like growing up in Houston, Texas?
You know what? I would say growing up in Houston is great, but I left because it's a little bit slower than like LA and New York and stuff like that. But growing up there is amazing because of the principles and the values and the way people treat each other, and like everybody is so nice and like, do anything. Like, I love that. So growing up there was bomb.
But not enough opportunity?
No, not me personally. I feel like I just wanted to go kind of like where I felt the people were. Mm-hmm. And my sound, Houston has a very distinct sound, and my sound's a little bit different. And so I just wanted to go to a different space, a different place. And I went several different places, and I landed here in LA, and I love LA.
And so after you left Houston, you went to Atlanta?
Yeah, so I left Houston. I went to Atlanta. From Atlanta to New York.
Oh wow, you stopped in New York too?
I went to New York. from New York to Atlanta, from Atlanta to LA.
Out of all those cities, what was your favorite city to live
LA.
In? Really?
LA is my favorite. Yeah, LA is my favorite. New York's my second favorite.
I have to say New York is the greatest city in the world.
I was born in New York, not New York, but I was born in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, okay.
So
upstate.
From New York. Yeah, I have a lot of family out still living in New York. But I think I dropped a ring or something. But I grew up in Houston. So, but New York was fun. It was fun. I liked walking everywhere.
Is LA more expensive to live in or New York?
Well, I wasn't really paying too much when I lived in New York. I lived by myself in LA, and so I'm paying a lot more.
Yeah.
So for me, LA is more expensive. But I've seen prices in New York that have been outrageous, for sure.
I think those cities like to compete to see who can be the most expensive to live in.
I think they're like, let's screw people today.
And so as a female artist, hip hop, especially for female artists, can be very competitive.
Yes.
and they pit females against each other. And why do you think that is? Why do you think that the industry prefers that? Because they don't do the same thing with male artists.
No, I think they pit all female artists against each other, whether it be hip hop, R&B, pop girls, you know, that Britney Christina Aguilera beef from long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they try to make it a cat fight all the time. And I don't know why that is, because they leave a lot of room for there to be a variety of men. You know, you can kind of just like pick and choose. Okay, you know, I have, you know, this person over here if I want to get knowledge. I have this person over here if I want to turn up. As far as women, it's like 1 or 2 slots. Yeah. Who's going to be the queen? You know, I don't get that. I don't understand why they do that. It's unfortunate.
And do you find that behind the scenes, it's not really like that between female artists? It's more of like a manufactured beef.
I think it depends. I mean, some people really just don't get along.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the nature of like life every day. Like you don't get along with people. And then some people, it is more manufactured. It is more of the hype of the people around them, even, you know, creating the animosity, because, you know, they'll be like, so, you know, so-and-so, they not, you're not messing with, so you got to take so-and-so out. You know what I mean? And it's maybe not even necessarily the woman that wants to do that, but she's hyped up.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is something that we can do as females to alleviate that?
You got to be your own person regardless. You know what I mean? You can't follow the pack always. You got to have your own mind. You got to be your own person, and you make your own decisions at the end of the day. You know, we all have our own paths and our own lives. So I think what makes a difference is being your own person. But I also think not being so manufactured makes a difference. Because when you're an artist, a true artist that, you know, is very creative, you have a different respect level for other artists, because you understand what it takes, you know, to create something dope, what it takes to get to a certain space, you know, in music, and to be successful. It's not easy. And so it's a respect thing. Like, oh, okay, I see you dope. I respect that. Versus, I think when you don't have that same kind of background, it's easier for you to do things because you don't understand the plight of another person, that another person is going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a really good outlook.
Yeah. I think that's where a lot of things come from. You know, I think natural creatives do have their own kind of like thing going on.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that 100%. So taking it back a little bit, talk about landing Paycheck on Rap-A-Lat's 25th anniversary album. How did that come about?
You know, it was so funny. I was a kid. I was like a teenager. and it's really hilarious because like you hear me on there, it's like a grown woman. I was a whole teenager, you know, and so I was a teenager, and around high school time, I was over there at Rap-A-Lot a lot, heavily affiliated. Shout out to Mike, and everybody, the Princes, all the people. I was over there working with Mike, and they needed a girl to be on it. And it was I'm the only girl on the album, I think, in total. And I was the youngest person to have a whole entire song by themselves. And I was an unknown artist.
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah. I was unknown. And it's like Lil Wayne on there. Yeah. It's like Amber Smoke. It's like, what? And there was another girl in the studio, and we both rapped. We both did our own raps. We wrote our raps, and we did our raps, and they picked me. So I was really happy because I was like, yes. I was really happy about that. But there it goes again, one slot. It was one
Yeah,
slot.
yeah, one, of course. It
Yeah.
can put you both on there, right?
I mean,
I thought
yeah.
that was
I
really
mean,
cool, though.
what'd you say?
I thought that was really cool, though, that you had your own record. It was like
Me
all these
too.
heavy that were, 2, 3 on the record, and then here's Amber Smoke with her own.
I know. I still have the little the box, and I've never opened it. I just left it there because I just thought it was so cool how it was just like, maybe one day later I'll open it. But I just thought it was really cool how I was on there by myself like that. It was like, who is this person?
And then from there, you spun that into competing on BET's Next Big Music Star.
I did that. I met some thug. He was so nice, and it was really, really cool doing that. I did my little rap. I forget what I did, but I did something. I don't know. And it was fun. I had a good time. It was hot that day, but it was really fun.
And from there, that's how you put together your own tour.
Yes, so I kept going from city to city and performing all over the place, and I got a lot of fans from doing that. But it was when you have kind of like I'm so like in my own space of creativity. Like I write my own music, I come up with choreo, I do all that kind of stuff. So it's really kind of easy for me to be able to hop on stage and do what I need to do. It's just more so like finding the venues and the cities and stuff like that. That's difficult, but the performing is like second nature.
So on our show, one of the other things we like to do is educate. So what advice would you give to artists that are trying to put together their own tour?
Oh, I would definitely say A, be resilient. B, have a really great show put together. C, just try to find really popping spots. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be in a stadium. You know what I mean? To start. Everybody starts from somewhere. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I would say just try to find a place that's popping, get out there. It really helps you kind of be able to interact with people more because sometimes it's so much easier to be, in the studio writing, like, recording. But then when you get out with the people, you have to be able to hold your own and talk, and be personable. And, so I would definitely say all those things and make sure you talk to the people after the show because that's how they find out more about you and follow you and stuff.
I think that's great advice. Let's talk money orders. Is it out or is it not out?
So, okay. So money orders is technically out, but it's not out. So we were going to put money orders out due to the pandemic and everything that was going on with that. We pulled back on going heavy on money orders. But that is the first single. Everything else that I've been doing have been like soft releases just to kind of keep, my online presence, there and stuff like that. But money orders is not technically out, but it's out. Meaning you can get the song, but it's not out yet. So it's about to be out. And can I tell you this? The video is so dope. I'm so excited for this video. Like, you haven't seen me like that. So I'm excited for people to be able to see me kind of like in a different space, which I've been kind of like leaning towards different spaces, but the video is really going to take me there.
Do you have a release date for the video yet?
It's going to be next month.
Oh, okay, perfect. Definitely make sure you send it over when we or when you drop it so that way we could feature it.
I absolutely will. I would be excited to send it over.
And how was the recording process for you during the pandemic?
It was great. Oh my God. It was so great because, I moved to LA on my own with just my vehicle.
Oh my God, really?
So oh my God, I had no savings. I was just like,
you just went for it.
I just went for it. And so I came to LA like, okay, what you gonna do? And I started working and I started working 2 jobs and I was going from place to place to place as far as like, living and everything like that. I was all over the place and I made it happen. I worked 2 jobs and stuff. So I was really, really busy and I didn't have enough time to give to my music because I was trying to get stable here in California. And when I finally did get stable, the pandemic happened. And I was just like, what? At first I was like, wine, cookies, like, oh God, the world is ending. And then I was like, okay, this is a great opportunity to sit and get some work done, which I hadn't been able to do. So I actually, at the time, now I have my own home studio, but at the time, I actually I still have this friend of mine who gave me a key to their studio. And so during the pandemic, that's all I was doing, was staying at home writing and then going to the studio. And I redid my entire, it was an EP, now it's an album, because it was so much music that I got finished during that time. It was just all bottled up, ready to come out. It was able to come out. The album is going to be crazy.
So now we're going to get into some of the more fun questions.
Oh no.
Dream collab, and if you could collab with anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
Dead or alive?
Yeah, literally anyone.
Oh my God, that's so heavy. You know what? I'm gonna say alive would be Drake, because I just love his versatility, and I've always been a fan of the fact that he sings and he raps, and he's like so cool to me. And then dead. Oh my God, there's so many dope people that are no longer here. R.I.P. Ooh, I don't know. It'd be like Marvin Gaye, or it would be like, or Tupac or somebody like that. I don't know. Just because I just love both of those eras. I love the 90s music, and I love, that Motown era. Those are my two favorite musical eras.
I think those are really good choices.
Thank you.
Who's a producer that you haven't gotten to work with yet that you would like to work with?
So many. Are you serious? I do my own stuff. I mean, listen, really any and everybody at this point. I'm a fan of so many different producers. Anybody, Mike, Will, anybody, to be honest. Tim, anyone.
Who's on your current playlist?
Y'all would think I was like, what personality do you have? Because my playlist is all over the place. I mean, I have old music, I got new music. I have Lil Baby. I'm a fan of Lil Baby. I think Lil Baby is hard. Da Baby. I have then Marvin Gaye will come on. Drake is gonna come on. Beyonce is gonna come on. I'm from Houston. It's like duh. Then it's gonna get like Ting Tings are gonna come on. The Ting Tings. This sounds funny, but like Coldplay is gonna come on. Maroon 5, old and new, will come on. Lauryn Hill is gonna come on. Eve is gonna come on.
This is a really awesome playlist.
My playlist is all over the place. My playlist is just literally everywhere. It's like one song will be completely different from the next, and I don't even skip.
It's a lot of good artists, though.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a fan of a lot of people. Like, I study music, so.
And what can we expect next? You got the video coming out next week, or next month, I mean.
I have a lot coming out, actually, because I have some new music, some soft releases that will be leading up to almost like an unveiling of the Money Orders video. I have a couple records that are going to start being shown, if I get the mix back today, if not tomorrow, and then another one, and then Money Orders video. So people can look forward to that. They can look forward to the album Pink Smoke coming out. It's going to be.
Do you have a release date for that?
No, I don't. I don't have a release date because we need to see what Money Orders does with the video, and then I'll know when we're going to release it. It's a lot of songs on there. Really, really great songs, singing and rapping songs, like awesome music. And I'm ready to perform it. Like, I want to get out and perform it.
Do you have any upcoming performances or not yet?
Maybe. I'll put it like that. Today we discussed a really good one in September, and I'm just waiting on confirmation from them. And once they confirm, then I will be at that one. I was very afraid of COVID. So in fact,
understandable.
yes, very afraid of COVID. It's, I think I got it before it was a thing in the US. And ever since then, I can't get that sick again. So I just have been kind of scared. But now that I feel like I'm a little less nervous to get out and go do my thing.
And what are some goals for yourself over the next year or so now that the world is starting to open back up?
You know what? I'm ready to take over the world. I'm so excited.
I feel like you're on your way.
Oh my God. I feel like my music, and people don't understand, I've been doing this for a long time. So I've never been at this level of my game, meaning I'm super confident about the music that's coming out. I'm super excited about performing and everything, and I can't wait for people to be a part of the way. And yeah, so this year I'm ready to be heard and to be seen, if that makes any sense. That's my answer. I'm ready for, people to hear the music, to see the visuals, to get the style, to get all of that.
All right, and let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Hi, kings and queens. You can find me, The Amber Smoke, at The Amber Smoke, TheAmbersMoke. And then that's for all social media. You can check out my website, www.theambersmoke.com, and you can shop my looks at shoptheambersmoke.com. And I haven't really formally announced it yet, but I'm gonna do it. I'm just building the page for this out. But cute stuff on there. Go check it out. And keep up with me because it's about to get popular.
Show me how you care.
Hey boo, it's the Lady D. I need to know how much you care. Follow at In The Field Radio on Instagram and Facebook and anywhere you stream podcasts for raw, unedited content from me and E Boogie. Or you could tell me how much you care. Send an email to info@inthefieldradio.com. I want to know what's on your mind.
Hey, are you thinking about starting your own podcast? Well, you can stop overthinking it because the hardest part is actually getting started, and that's where Buzzsprout comes in. Buzzsprout makes it easy to launch your podcast and has already helped over 100,000 people just like you start and grow their own podcast. With Buzzsprout, you can have your show listed on all major platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You'll get a great-looking podcast website, audio players you can embed on other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening, tools to promote your episodes, and more. Stop waiting. Start your own podcast today and get a $20 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is click the link in the show notes below. This lets Buzzsprout know we sent you, and it helps support our show.